Hi, and welcome to Unit 2 Classical Civilizations. This is going to be a video on ancient Egyptians and the Kush, and the Greeks, Chinese, Romans, and Egyptians, respectively. Before classical civilization, there was ancient civilization, and the main ones we learned about were Egyptians and the Kush. They came after Mesopotamia, and they introduced complex religion, social stratification, and the food surplus. With their beneficial occasions, they had technological advancements like dikes and irrigation system, but the Kush were wealthy and had ultimate power under the leadership of King Pi and eventually conquered Egypt due to their wealth with trade and gold within their land. With classical civilizations came Greece, and their two main ideas of leadership being democracy and tyranny. They were both respectively held by Athens and Sparta, where Sparta had a much better political influence because had a strong army, and Athens had a cultural achievement with democracy, which is still very influential today. These two civilizations always had tensions and contradicted each other's ideas, which eventually led to their inner political downfall, where the Romans came and took over, and they were enslaved by Alexander the Great. Next, we have the Guptas. The Guptas were an Indian civilization that were very smart and used education as their primary resource for economics, which they traded and sold the books, and it was a great way to make money, but it eventually led to the collapse of weak government because they were unable to organize a bureaucracy. Finally, we go into Chinese society, which we learn about the three main ideas of Confucianism, legalism, and Taoism. The main teachings of Confucianism include the importance of family, emphasis on the five relationships, of emperor to country to grandfather to father to son, and the golden rule. Legalism was the teaching of creating order that was based off of job specialization and just farming because they were the basic yet biggest needs of society. Taoism was the religion to seek balance, and the yin yang symbolized that. They did not concern themselves with politics or economics and would do anything for satisfaction from within, but all these agreed on community over individualism and ran off the mandate of heaven, which was to choose the emperor. But all these amazing classical civilizations, we also learned that the primary cause for the downfalls was economic. It was economic because civilizations like the Romans and others had poor production and distribution. This led to the cycle of raising taxes from poor production, which put strain on peasants and nobles, which led to revolts, which led to the need of troops, which removed soldiers from around the border, and this would lead to invasion. They would eventually end. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. And if you guys didn't understand anything I was saying, my script